Hello, dear listeners. I'm Catherine Whitmore, and welcome back to Real English Stories, where you not only listen to unforgettable tales, but also learn how to speak English with clarity, confidence, and heart. In today's story, you'll hear about love, loyalty, and a decision no one should ever have to make. As you listen, notice the past tense verbs, the expressions of emotion, and the way we describe relationships. Let's begin. Once, in a quiet farming village in Yorkshire, there lived a young man named Thomas. Thomas lived with his mother, Margaret, a gentle, hard-working woman who cooked his meals, kept his home clean, and cared for him since the day he was born. One summer, Thomas married a beautiful young woman named Emily, and she came to live with him and his mother. At first, life seemed peaceful, but soon tension began to grow. One evening, Thomas returned home late from the fields. "Emily," he said, "I'm tired. Please, bring me some water to wash." Emily said nothing. A little surprised, Thomas called again. "Emily, I'm hungry. Where's my dinner?" Still, no answer. Finally, Emily turned to him, tears in her eyes. "It's your mother," she said. "She hates me. She tells me I'm lazy, that I don't belong here. I can't live with her any longer." Thomas tried to calm her. "Please, my dear, she's old. She won't be with us forever. Try to live happily with her." But Emily crossed her arms. "No, you must choose her or me. You can't have both." That night, Thomas lay awake, torn between two loves: his mother, who had cared for him since birth, and his wife, young and beautiful, whom he adored. The next morning, Emily asked, "Well, have you chosen?" "I want both of you," he said. "Impossible," Emily replied coldly. "If you love me, kill your mother. She is old and will die soon. But we can have many happy years together." At first, Thomas was shocked. "Kill my mother? How can you say that?" But as the day went on, his mind twisted. Perhaps, he thought, Emily was right. His mother was old. Her life was nearly over. If he removed her, they could live in peace. That evening, he returned home and said quietly, "I have chosen you. Tomorrow, I will take my mother to the cliffs and throw her over." Emily smiled and prepared his favorite dishes. The next morning, Thomas told his mother, "Come, mother, we are going for a walk up the mountain. The air will be cool. You'll like it." Margaret looked surprised. "I'm too old to walk up a mountain." "Then I'll carry you," he said. And so he lifted her onto his back and began the long, steep climb. She said little, until finally, in a quiet voice, she whispered, "My son, I know what you plan to do. I understand. But please be careful. When you push me, hold on to that tree branch so you don't fall yourself." Thomas froze. "Mother, you know, you understand, and yet you still worry about me?" She smiled sadly. "My dear, only a mother loves like this. One day you'll have a child, and then you'll understand." Thomas put her down. He sat beside her, his head in his hands. He thought of Emily. Would she ever love him like this? No. She had told him to kill his own mother. his decision became clear. He carried Margaret back down the mountain, sent Emily away, and lived with his mother in peace for many years. And that, dear listeners, is today's lesson not only in English, but in life. As you practice listening, remember how we used the past tense to tell a story, how we described emotions, and how conversations can reveal true character. Sometimes the greatest teacher is not a classroom, but a story that stays with you forever. Until next time, I'm Catherine Whitmore, wishing you good words, good learning, and a good heart.